So the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra is barely out, and the first Fold 9 Ultra leaks are already here. And if they're true, the Fold 8 Ultra suddenly looks a lot less like Samsung's true Ultra Foldable, and a lot more like the setup for something bigger. Let's get into it. The Z Fold 8 Ultra got a lot of meaningful upgrades to finally justify its Ultra branding, but one area that still lagged behind the S26 Ultra is the camera system, and that may finally change with the Z Fold 9 Ultra. According to a Korean community contributor, Samsung's next Fold Ultra could get two major camera upgrades. The first is a newer 200-megapixel HP6 main sensor, the same sensor rumored for the Galaxy S27 Ultra. But honestly, that's not the part I'd get excited about. Samsung has already been using a 200-megapixel main camera on its Fold lineup for the last couple of generations, so a newer sensor is nice, but it's not the upgrade people have been waiting for. And that's where the second camera upgrade comes in. According to the same leak, Samsung may finally replace its aging 10-megapixel 3x telephoto camera with a 50-megapixel 5x periscope. And honestly, if that happens, it could be the biggest camera upgrade the Samsung Fold has ever seen. Other foldables have had much stronger zoom cameras for years, so this is much needed to finally catch up. But before we get too excited, this isn't coming from the most well-known leaker or one of the company's usual supply chain sources, so I definitely take it with a grain of salt before treating them as locked in. Now, here's where the story gets messy. The leaker claimed the Fold 9 Ultra could finally have the same rear camera setup as the S27 Ultra. Earlier leaks suggested Samsung was dropping the dedicated 3x telephoto on the S27 Ultra, which made that claim sound believable. But here's something almost nobody is talking about. Newer database findings now point in a different direction. Those records still show 4 rear cameras, including a 50-megapixel 5x telephoto and another unidentified zoom camera. So the S27 Ultra may still keep a second telephoto camera after all, and that changes the Fold 9 Ultra comparison completely, even if that comparison turns out to be wrong. The 5x periscope alone would still be one of the biggest upgrades the Fold lineup has ever received. But the camera report starts making a lot more sense once you look at what Samsung is reportedly planning around it. According to ET News, Samsung is preparing a much bigger premium lineup for 2027. We already know the Galaxy S lineup is expanding, with a new Pro model. But the bigger change could be happening in Samsung's foldables. This year, Samsung launched 3 foldables. Next year, that number could grow again. According to Korean media, Samsung has already shared early information with partners for the second-generation Trifold. And unlike this year's model, it may no longer be treated as a limited release. That means Samsung could soon have 4 foldables all in the same lineup. And suddenly, this isn't just a camera leak anymore. It starts looking like Samsung's entire flagship strategy. This gives Samsung far more room to divide upgrades between increasingly expensive models. Samsung is building a clear upgrade ladder, where every step gives you something, while taking something else away. If these reports are pointing in the right direction, the Fold 9 Ultra could finally become the Ultra Foldable Samsung fans have wanted for years. The only question is, what will Samsung leave behind this time? And before all that, the Tab S12 Ultra is coming, and we already have our first real look. We want you to stay with us by subscribing and share your valuable feedback through comments. See you in the next video.